detected in the compartment's Vox system. Looks like the bridge is cut off from the rest of the void ship. Start of picked recording. The void ship's bridge. Sounds of working cogitators and officers' footsteps. The everyday scene is interrupted by an ear-splitting beeping sound, followed by lumens going out. In the dim glow of candles and emergency lights, one of the officers in frame cries out. Another falls to her knees, clutching her head. Over the beeping of Voxes, shouts can only be heard. What's going on? The doors are locked. We've lost all contact with all compartments. One of the bridge officers turns to the throne. Lord Captain, the Vox stations are malfunctioning and overloading the system. None of our outgoing transmissions are getting through. The incoming ones that do make it are distorted beyond interpretation. The Lord Captain gives the order to... decipher incoming Vox transmissions at all costs. Proceed. A team of decryption experts gets to work. Data tethers are inserted into sockets as they connect to the cogitators. One of the Vox clerics leans over the console, another is writing something on a piece of parchment. But then she bursts into maniacal laughter and stabs herself in the eye with a steel quill. Another scream. A tech priest, who is mid-prayer, tears himself to pieces with his own mechadendrites. More and more lunatics are mutilating themselves and lunging at others. Portions of picked recording damaging after contact with unknown object. An enforcer shoves a rabid servitor away from the Lord Captain as he... relies on Abelard's strength. Rush to help the crew, shouting out orders. Succeeded. The image on the pict is fuzzy. Nothing but glimpses of people shouting, racket, and the Lord Captain's orders. Within minutes, the crazed crew members are either dead or bound and unconscious. The officers clustered around the Lord Captain are barely breathing but unharmed. Scrap code. The voice belongs to an on-deck engine seer who has turned the Lord Captain from his station. We've been attacked with scrap code, a tech heresy designed to corrupt machines. The transmission received from the planet was infected with this taint. Behave. And is now running through the ship's veins. Omnissiah preserve us. So because I accepted the transmission, this is happening. It was a virus. The Voidborn officer appears before the Lord Captain once more. Whatever it is that's attacking us, we have a backup procedure that can circumvent the Vox barrier. In the atrium leading to the bridge, there is a terminal for an isolated system that might still be allowed pop. The pipes over the officer's head burst, and a blast of hot air flings the Voidborn away from the Lord Captain, his body slamming straight through a cogitator panel. The picked frame spins Yo, how pressurized was that pipe? The picked frame spins uncontrollably. The servo skull was jolted by the gust. The picked recorder fogs over, the Vox picking up the crackling of electricity and a death cry. Gas on the bridge! A junior attendant shouts and instantly doubles over, inhaling the poisoned air. Let's see. The rogue trader gives the order to evacuate immediately. Success. The rogue trader personally oversees the evacuation. Bring the plasma cutters. Get the wounded to the exit. The officers repeat his orders. When the servo skull following the rogue trader reaches the doors, they fall to the plasma cutters and crumble outward. The rogue trader is the last to leave the bridge. Corral succeeded. Leaning on a support beam, the rogue trader takes several deep breaths, trying to flush his lungs with air. Then, he straightens, smooths his uniform, and heads toward a goal known only to him. The servo skull follows. The atrium is in a state of panic. Silhouettes skitter about in the dark hall, illuminated only by the flickering of emergency lumens. Curt orders and someone's feverish words of prayer can be heard. Having lost all communication, the beheaded ship is writhing in agony. It takes a while for the Lord Captain to find the cogitator mentioned by the fallen officer. The panel of the isolated terminal is riddled with cracks and bloodstains. On the floor by the terminal, a tech priest is lying in a heap, with his head smashed and technical liquids mixed with blood oozing out of his pores. The Lord Captain decides to take his chances restoring the terminal. Success. The rogue trader rips the power key off the tech priest mechadendrite and opens the cover on the terminal. Sparks fly into his face, but he is confident in his manipulation of the tangled wires and clinging levers. After replacing the cover and ensuring that the system is restored, the Lord Captain brings up the required data on the screens. The maintenance bay is sending out hundreds of desperate distress calls that have gone unanswered up to now. When the machines went out of control and started turning people insane, others driven by some hateful, paranoid logic started butchering the servants of the Adeptus Mechanicus. The tech priests have sustained heavy losses, but the remains of the cult are still holding the line. Out of everything that's happening on the ship, the situation in the maintenance bay is the direst. The Lord Captain knows where help is needed most. He decides to head to the maintenance bay himself. The rogue trader arrives not a moment too soon. The crew, frightened out of their wits, have already cornered the priests of the Omnissiah and are about to execute them. The Lord Captain stands between the angry mob and the tech priest, his sheer presence already giving the crowd pause. Harshly cutting off any objections from the crew, the rogue trader orders the officers he gathered on the way here to escort the mutineers out and set up a guard post outside the bay, where the tech priest began to offer desperate prayers to the crippled machine spirits. Return to the bridge. The walk to the bridge is uneventful. The crisis has passed, although wounded and crippled, the ship nevertheless is returning to normal operation. Life on the bridge is bustling as ever, even though the people are surrounded by destruction. The senior officers have the situation under control, and the people that have been organized, the emergency crew have already finished repairing the pipes, the technomats are setting up cogitators and consoles, and the healers are bagging up what few corpses there are and examining the wounded. By the comm station, the rogue trader runs into the Voxmaster. Praise the Emperor, you're in one piece, Lord Captain. The situation on board is satisfactory. I was just in the middle of setting up comm channels. Soon all the Voxcasters will be fully operational. Another man appears in the picked frame, a junior officer completely out of breath, carrying a heap of scrolls. The Voxmaster nods at him. Ah, here are the reports, Lord Captain. If you find yourself able to return to your station, I can immediately give you a rundown of the state of affairs on the ship. End of picked recording. Gain 203 XP. That was pretty cool. That was neat how they told that story. From the view of a servo skull. Lord Captain, the Voxmaster's voice quivering with exhaustion. The situation has been brought under control, more or less. It will take some time to eliminate the consequences of the attack completely, but the vessel is capable of motion. We may even be able to conduct a warp jump if you feel we should leave the system. Allow me to bring you up to date. Fortunately, the bridge suffered only minor losses. The reports mention only a few casualties that have already been replaced. Oh, well, if they're replaceable, no big deal. Kiava Gamma went silent after transmitting the harmful signal. I will refrain from sending inquiries to the industrial world to avoid a second attack. I'm afraid we've exhausted our only option for remote analysis. More information can only be obtained by closing the distance or even sending an away party to the planet's surface. The Vox clicks as Heinrich joins the channel. The time has come to remind you about our agreement, Muck Von Luck. I must be present in your entourage during your expedition to Kiava Gamma. I'm counting on your cooperation. The crew is awaiting further instructions, Lord Captain. Okie dokie. F5. Alright. Look around. Nothing. Alright. Not explored. This dwarf planet is marked on the Von Valancius Protectorate charts as Adel, and serves as a backup source of water for the habitable worlds of neighboring systems. Due to the abundance of bacteria proliferating in the Adel hydrosphere, the extraction of ice was stopped half a century ago, but much to your officer's surprise, the augurs detected an unidentified mining rig deep underground. Presumably, the excavation is aimed at extracting clay minerals near the planet's core enriched with iron and other metals. Contact the Extractium's Vox station. Success. The Extractium turns out to be Incendia Corda's latest investment, whose Demesne is located just within a few jumps from the Chronox system. While this world is of little value to the Von Valancius dynasty, your officers see this gesture as an attempt to test the boundaries of the newly minted Rogue Trader's dynasty. Magos Pascal notes the unusual composition of Atli's core. Subsequent development will allow the extraction of rare refractory metals. Heeding his advice, the Rogue Trader decides to keep the Extractium for himself. Your people easily assume control as the frightened workers and the token security crew do not even attempt to resist. The Extractium's machines are restarted shortly after. The amassed containers filled with precious ore are delivered to the flagship's cargo hold. And that made a plasteel thing appear. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Alright, so now we've got a possible ship battle, so I'm going to quick save. And then go over here. Alright, bless you. Thank you, Smasher. Thank you, Mandra. Avoid using big words and big machines. Yes. And that was one heck of a virus, making people go insane and pipes burst and stuff like that.
Hold fast! Our faith
quite
will
a
be
virus.
tested!
Oh my god, how many enemies are there? A lot. Is it 5? Jeez.
Voidmaster, if you please. Lance! Unleash our fury!
Okay.
Commence torpedo launch!
Reinforce the forward shields. There's 6 of them? Oh my gosh. That's my escort ship. Alright, torpedoes. Really? These can't hit any of them?
Commence the symphony of macro
Alright, that one's gone. Where's that one? What is it? Next shot gains +2. Oh, that's +2 range, not +2 damage. Empyrean Storm. Which did not kill anything. That's low though.
The macro cannons! Lance!
Torpedo control. I was hoping that would be able to reach one of them. It didn't work out though. Alright, my forward shields, are they gone? Forward shields are weakened, right shields, okay. So let's do
Sail
this,
upon the seas of void!
and then reinforce the right side. And he hits the reinforced shield. That guy's shooting some torpedoes. That one's going for the escort.
Smite the enemies of humanity!
Escort got destroyed.
The destination is known! Unleash our fury!
Alright, got that one. He's gonna hit me in the right. There's not really anything I can do about it. These things turn like a boat, so if I can get a little closer to the back of them, it shouldn't be able to hit me.
Commence the symphony of macro cannons!
Forward shield reinforce, and then reboot the shields so they come back up next turn.
Set course!
Fire the Mezua.
Lance!
Alright, now we just got that one.
Drown them in the void!
Let's see.
The destination is known. Unleash our fury!
Can't quite reach with that.
Let the macro cannons sing their
Ah, dang. I poured it in close
song.
and I can't finish it. Unfortunate. Reinforce the right side. Let's go for the back. Ow.
Congratulations, Lord Captain.
Okay. Assault scanners. Auger array provides void ship weapons with targeting data, granting 90% hit chance and 5% crit chance. Can swap it out with 80% hit but 15% crit. So 10% lower hit but 10% higher crit. I think I'll keep what I got. Good luck, have fun, Muck. Happy New Year to you and your fam. You too, Mandarin. Thank you. Alright. Repair ship. Alright. Quick save. Manufacturer. You know, before I do that, let me go to the bridge. There's someone I want to talk to on the bridge before I potentially leave the ship. Happy New Year, Mugachat. You too, Arcadian Knight. Thank you. Alright, this fella. This is what I wanted. Okay, so these are the people we could trade with. I didn't even know this guy was a trader. I'm glad this is all here. Alright. Bloodhound staff, strike. First use of an attacking navigator power oh, it's a navigator staff, okay. Let's see, Militant's Cloak. Wearer's first melee attack in combat cannot be parried or dodged. Elite Chainsword. -10 to the enemy's weapon skill when hit. Huh, I have to see if that's an upgrade for Abelard. Enforcer's Helmet. All targets of Taunting Scream suffer penalty to willpower test against this ability. Ooh, I use Taunting Scream a lot. Imperial Scroll grants the owner a +15 bonus to Lore Imperium. Heavy Bolter. How does that do so little damage? It does 6 to 9. Right now, the bolter that Our Lady's using does way more than that, and it's a one-handed. This is a two-handed. How are you so bad? Alright, so I got 40 profit factor. So if I butter this guy up, I can buy quite a lot of this. Emperor's Wrath. What is that? Well, let me look at it. 23. Let's try getting a level 2. Why is this not working right? The screen continues to be weird to me. Okay, we're level 2. Get the staff. It requires an unsanctioned psych. Crap, I don't have any unsanctioned psychers. All my psychers are sanctioned. Alright, what does it do though? Emperor's Wrath. Everyone adjacent to the target point suffers damage. Damage dealt by this attack to allies is reduced by the target's resolved. So it's an AoE spell that's kind in the terms of friendly fire. Level 3. Alright. Explorators. Casbolica. Hex Rifle. Drukari weapon. Each time the wearer spends 10 stacks of tactical advantage, they get +1 resolve to the end of combat. Precise bolter. Now, okay, that's a bolter. Look at that, 15 to 21 damage. The other one did 6 to 9. I don't have enough profit factor to get it that. If I had enough profit factor, I would go for this right now for Argenta. Argenta has an item where her bolter attacks, if she's not using burst fire, they will not miss. Ever. So I just always do single shots and she always hits. Alright, so need more profit factor for him. Fellowship of the Void. +10 awareness. Requires level 6, which is a lot. Imperial Navy. Ceramite plating protects the vessel from harm, negating 5 points of damage on each side. Oh, upgrade for the ship. Cool. Torpedo tubes capable of firing 5 plasma torpedoes with 19 damage. Okay, so that's a torpedo upgrade. Oh gosh, I'm just gonna grab all of this and then I'll look at it. Okay. Can sell things to factions via the reputation tab up top. Wait, where? You sure? 'Cause, I click it on stuff, it's not working. I don't know if I can sell here. When you were looking at individual factions, there was a reputation tab. Yeah, this is where I was selling things. I was literally just doing that. That doesn't increase profit factor, though. That just increases reputation. Like, that's how I just leveled this guy from 1 to 3. I just did that. Okay. Let's see, this sword, is that an upgrade for him? 14 to 17, from 13 to 20. No, his current one's better. Plus 15 bonus to Lore Imperium. Enforcer Helmet. All targets with Taunting Scream have a penalty to willpower test against this ability. Let's try using that for a while. Alright, so I want to go back to the ship interface. Alright, what have we got? Sunhammer Lance Battery. Medium-range lance weapon doing 60 to 70 damage to a chosen enemy in a wide firing arc. So, quite a bit more damage, but it goes from long range to medium. But it's a wider arc, too. Yeah, we'll try that out. Rise Up Pattern Plasma Battery. 3 shots, 21 damage each. We've already got better, so add to cargo. Repulsor Shield provides 80 points of protection for each sector, doubled against kinetic. Okay, that's an upgrade. Ceramite Plating protects the vessel from harm, negating 5 points of damage on each side, up from 4. Let's cargo those. Let's see. This plasma drive provides 12 speed along with strong acceleration and braking. And currently I've got 13 speed with low acceleration and braking. I'll try it out. I'll keep the old one though. Launch 5 torpedo tubes up from 4. Provide 95 points of protection on each sector, doubled against blast attacks. Provides 120 points of protection per sector. So many different shields. Assault Ceramite plating protects the vessel from harm, negating 9 points of damage on the fore and 5 points on all other sides. 4 is the front, I think. Okay. Yeah, we'll take that and then sell the old one. That's a straight upgrade. Provides void ship weapons with 80% hit. No. No. Okay. Alright. I think I'm happy with all that. Alright, quick save. And Kiava Gamma. And we have to bring Heinrichs for the main story, but that's fine. He's in the main group right now. Chip came back. He's currently right there. That's a cool shot. Heinrichs frowns as his eyes sweep over the Manufactorum's dark halls. No solemn ceremony, no personal meeting with Magi. I fear we are too late and we won't be dealing with clandestine heretics after all. Binaric areas of alarm stream out of Pascal's Vox synthesizer. In their neurotic broken rhythm, you sense a call to arms and a warning of danger. We learn nothing by standing here. Let's go. The interrogator nods, continuing to stare into the surrounding gloom. Why does the formation keep getting changed?
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
Cargo.
Patience! My
Go.
nerves are frayed!
Multiple ways here. That's return to void ship. Corrupted servitors. Are y'all gonna attack me?
What lies beyond?
Before you is an ancient but wholly typical console, intended for use by people not trained in the mysteries of ministering to machine spirits. The cogitator is completely silent, but as you approach, you sense the warmth emanating from its metallic casing, a telltale sign the machine is working. View the log. You discover the local data crypt with contents collected by either previous operators or by the machine spirit itself. Using your access, you study the archives stored on the cogitator. This vast data repositories contain millions of strings related to receiving raw materials for processing, shipping process metals, and schedules for sacred rituals to be performed over the machines coming off of the production line. The Manufactorum once operated like one gargantuan, well-oiled mechanism. The last record is from 2 months ago. Okay.
One step at a time, amidst the madness.
Your mind is swathed in blue-gray smoke, Master von Kalox. A heavy color for heavy thoughts, I presume. You are a dangerous person, Lady Orselio. All navigators are, but your abilities place you in a special category. She's not quite reading his head, but reading his mind, but it's close to it. The 16 Universal Laws, the Mysteries. A tome containing revelations of the Omnissiah, recorded in special binaric dialect. Only a member of the cult Mechanicus with a key to the cipher may partake in the wisdom of the machine god.
They will see. Oh, yes, indeed. They all will see.
The lumps protruding under the tech priest's bedraggled robe hint at the